Are you looking for the best laptop docking stations? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best laptop docking stations on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Dual Dock Stand. It's tough for laptop docking stations to stand out. Most of them are simply boxes that add extra ports to your laptop, but Satechi's Dual Dock Stand breaks the mold. It sits neatly under your laptop and elevates it slightly and at an angle for better ergonomics. A collection of ports on the rear, including several USB ports and 3 monitor outputs, is conveniently placed so your desktop setup can stay connected, while cables are tucked out of the way. A hardware switch on the back lets you turn the dock on or off, and a small strip of rubber on top ensures the laptop doesn't slide off. It has an NVMe solid-state drive slot at the bottom, too. While no SSD is included, you can plug in your own. Something like this will work to give your dock storage to offload files from your laptop. I found this particularly handy for storing things like digital assets or applications I want when I'm parked at a desk, but don't need to bring with me on the go. For example, when I plug my gaming laptop into a desk-based setup, I can access a larger library of games that are stored on the dock's SSD. The dock connects to your laptop via 2 USB-C plugs that run through a small plastic sleeve to line them up for popular laptops like the MacBook Air. Alternatively, you can pull the sleeve back to separate the plugs to fit other laptops with USB-C ports that are more spaced out. Most of the ports on the docking station can be run using just one of these cables, but you'll need both to use the 2 4K HDMI ports on the rear. Those 2 USB-C ports should be on the same side of the laptop since the cables aren't long enough to reach around the left and right sides of the laptop. Check your device's port arrangement before grabbing this one. The only downside? It doesn't come with a power supply like most of our other picks. However, the USB-C PD port on the rear supports up to 75-watt input, which it can pass onto your laptop. Number 2. USB-C Dual HDMI Display. Sometimes, all you need is a quick and easy way to plug your laptop into a couple of monitors, preferably without spending hundreds of dollars for the privilege. This dock from Pluggable is perfect for that goal. It supports 2 monitors via HDMI and includes a healthy array of ports to connect the rest of your accessories. The dock itself is lightweight and made of relatively thin plastic. It's not as durable as some of the other aluminum docking stations featured in this guide, but if you plan to leave it on a desk, it's not an issue. The USB port collection is solid for most moderate data transfer needs. The USB 3.0 ports clocked around 400 megabytes per second read and write speeds in my testing, though notably, it has one USB 2.0 port on the rear, which tops out at around 40 megabytes per second. This isn't super useful for moving around lots of files, so if you plan to plug in something like a keyboard or mouse adapter, this would be the port for it. Number 3. Thunderbolt 5 Triple 4K Docking Station. This Kensington Thunderbolt 5 dock is thick, heavy, and undeniably bulky. But as something that's not meant to move from your desk all that much, that's not a bad thing. The aluminum case on the Kensington will look great on your desk, but just know that it's quite long, taking up quite a footprint. It's the most well-rounded Thunderbolt 5 dock I've tested so far. It comes with 3 downstream Thunderbolt 5 ports, which are blazing fast, and they'll become more useful as more Thunderbolt 5 accessories roll out. I also like that it includes a manual power button on the back too. The one thing it's missing is HDMI, though that's been cut out of a lot of the new Thunderbolt 5 docks in exchange for more Thunderbolt. On sale, it squeezes under $300, and that's without cutting out all the extra ports on something like the CalDigit Element 5 hub, which I'll be testing out soon. Number 4. USB-C 5 Display Docking Station. It's hard not to like the pluggable USB-C 5 display dock, UD7400 PD. Being able to support up to 5 4K displays is just ridiculous, even if it requires downloading a display link driver. Those do have to be locked at 60 Hz, mind you, as this isn't Thunderbolt 5, but it's impressive nonetheless. It all comes in a fairly thin little dock, though I did notice that it gets quite warm to the touch. That's true of many docking stations, though the thinness of the chassis might be making cooling more difficult. The other thing that should be mentioned about this dock is that it's missing SD card slots and a headphone jack. If you need either of those, this one isn't for you. But if you dream of an ever-increasing screen count for your desk setup, the pluggable USB-C 5 display dock does what few others can. Number 5. Triple 4K Display Docking Station. Satechi's Triple 4K Docking Station serves a similar purpose to Anker's 568, mentioned below, but comes with a few upgrades. It supports 3 monitors, and while the first display output is HDMI only, the 2 others can be connected via either HDMI or DisplayPort. Each display supports up to a maximum of 4K resolution at 60 Hz, which is more than enough for most office or media work, though it struggles a bit with the super high frame rates you might want for gaming. In my testing, the USB-C and USB-A ports on the front rated for 10 gigabits per second speeds were able to reach write speeds of around 900 megabytes per second and read speeds of 800 megabytes per second. However, they only output 7.5 watts. You do get a bonus USB-C port on the front that has around 400 megabytes per second read and write speeds. If you care more about transferring a lot of data rather than charging gadgets, this is the docking station to go with. It's also worth noting that even the rear USB ports reached similar 400 megabytes per second speeds, so while you can use them for peripherals, there's still the option of even more relatively fast data transfers if you need it.